UFC Qatar, Tsarukyan vs. Hooker is upon us, guys. So now it's time for the full card predictions and breakdowns. Before we start, guys, I'll tell you the craziest story that happened to me, guys. Because I went to Australia yesterday. I just came back. Damn, it was a ball. I ran into a ripped kangaroo, guys, right? Damn, the dude was tall. We exchanged some hands. I lost. Fam, I took a fall. You know I should have wrestled like JD and below. Yeah, baby, yeah. Yeah, but it was all right, man. Thank you. Could have been better. Listen, man, let's get into the UFC Fight Night predictions, guys, because I really actually looked at this card, and the card's actually pretty stacked in my opinion. I don't know for some reason, this website's not showing, like, Bilal Ian Garry, but when it comes to that, I'll fix that. But if you actually look at the card, man, like, the name value, I'm actually jacking it, all the way to the very first fight of the night that we know. Chat, I think everyone in here knows so much about these guys, bro. One's undefeated, one with one loss. I actually looked into both guys. Bujlo, great grappler. He's primarily going to be a grappler in this fight. He's going to go in there and try to grapple with Denzel Freeman. Denzel Freeman, on the other hand, he has one loss. I've seen some of his work. He's all right. He has heavy hands, but nothing really sticks out for me. When I look at like a heavyweight with good grappling guys, like more, not fit, but like not overly chubby and inflated, I tend to respect them more because I know that they're just maybe not your average blob that you're going to see a heavyweight. That being said, I think this is a pretty simple pick for Bujlo. Maybe by sub or KO, maybe he takes him down, beats him up. Maybe he doesn't need to take him down, just go strike for strike. But I do think Bujlo's being able to grapple is going to help him against a Freeman who's going to try to just go in there and slugfest, as well as the fact that Maurique is 6'4", guys. This guy 6'4", but it looks like looks like the battle of the created characters. Who are these guys? Why are they not even showing any of their build of their face? Crazy, But give me Maurique Bujlo. I don't know how to say your names. Kamsamida to the Polish people, brother. Next up is actually a fight that I feel like guys, Nurlio Aliev, the Habib doppelganger. This dude's 24, I'm pretty sure he's 24. He's a year older than me. But what makes this matchup interesting, he's going against Shamrock. Now, Shamrock's a great grappler. I know Aliev's a good wrestler, but as far as BJJ, you can't really compare the two. I actually favor Shamrock in the grappling. Well, this is tough. I actually might favor Shamrock in the grappling department, though. That being said, Shamrock's striking looks a little bit subpar to me. I'm not saying Aliev's a better striker. Well, he is a better striker, but I'm not saying Aliev's a crazy striker. Aliev, sometimes on the back foot, he kind of picks his shots appropriately. I was watching some film. Aliev is pretty good. Like, if he gets you in full guard, he'll control you pretty well. He'll land ground and pound. He's not afraid to let his hands go and ground and pound. He is similar to Habib in that aspect. Nothing really sticks out to me about Aliev. Like, I want him to be better than I think he is. Now, the thing about Shamrock, if he's going to start doing double legs, you got to be careful with Shamrock because he'll put him in a guillotine. Aliev in his last fight, I believe, was fighting a guillotine. Fought it pretty well, but if it was Shamrock who had them in that position, he would have been out. Like, Shamrock's really good at taking the back, guys. And I don't know how Aliev's going to react if he gets his back taken. This fight's tough. It's like a 50-50 fight for me, I feel like a lot of people are going to be like, oh, dude, Aliev. But, guys, Aliev can't, like, if he takes down Shamrock, it's going to not be an easy fight for him, man, because he's going to have to worry about submissions coming up every single time. He's not really going to get a break. I think Aliev should actually keep this fight standing and try to strike with him, in my opinion. That might be his best bet, And I think if he does, he could actually pull it through because Shamrock's striking is a little bit and after the first round, Shamrock does slow down. But it's a 50-50 fight. I'm going to go Aliev, though. I just feel like that's the more reliable pick, but you never know, man. Could be a bro, I'm telling you, if Aliev gets choked out, which I can't see happening, they're going to be clowning Aliev on all over Twitter, brother. You know how the Dagestan haters are, but I will take Aliev by points. Next up, the Moroccan Ismail Naurdiev versus Ryan Loder. Ryan Loder's coming off that loss against Asma. Ismail's also coming off a loss. Here's the thing. Ismail Naurdiev is kind of mid to me. Like, he does nothing exceptionally well. Whereas I feel like Ryan Loder, even though he's coming off that knockout loss against Bekov, I think Bekov just hits like a truck. Bekov's a really sound opponent. I know Bekov is coming off a loss, so people might be like, that aged bad. Ryan Loder, I think, should win this pretty comfortably. Like, Naurdiev's going to start off pretty quick early on. He's going to be pretty, athletic early on in the striking, I feel like. But I feel like Ryan Loder, if he gets a hold of him, it's going to be problematic, as well as the fact I feel like the striking might actually favor Ryan Loder. Ryan Loder's wrestling's amazing, guys. The fact that he only shoots one 1.57 takedowns in 15 minutes is crazy to me because this guy's going to shoot probably a lot more than Naurdiev here. And I just feel like just Ryan Loder is just a very active person, man. Like when he gets you down, he's actually hard to get up. So we'll see how good Naurdiev is, but I don't see Naurdiev beating Ryan Loder. Don't let the loss Ryan Loder is coming off confuse you and conflict you a little bit, brother. This guy go here, he smish this guy, maybe play with him a little bit on ground and maybe finish him. I got Ryan Loder. I don't know. Ryan Loder just beats him. Maybe it goes decision. Who knows? But I just have Ryan Loder. I'm not going to get too specific with this one. All right, this one's good for a lot of reasons. Bekzat Almakan versus Alexandre Topuria. Now, Bekzat is just a heavy-handed hitter, isn't he? Like, I know everyone's, oh, did he drop? He dropped. Yeah. It was clean. He has a habit of dropping he's very powerful, man. Guy hits like a truck. Most people who get dropped by him don't see the light of day. Umar just has a really good chin. Umar makes a choice not to get knocked out. I've noticed that. Now, it's interesting. This is like pick 'em odds, by the way. I saw the odds. Alexandre Topuria was really good, though, in his last fight. Was it Kobe Thickness or something? I think it was. But he was like flipping him, German suplexing him. He showed a really diverse game. Now, guys, this might be a hot take, what I'm about to say right now, but listen up with your earbuds in, brother. I think Alexandre Topuria makes it look fairly easy, maybe even easier than Umar, because I think Alexandre Topuria's boxing is really clean. He has a really good low kick with him. He fights very similar to his brother. This is like his copy and paste of his brother, like literally the same. They fight exactly the same, guys. Like, he has that high guard, he has a strong low kick, he turns his hips into it. His combo boxing is really clean as well. He's on the constant pressure, and I think Bekzat's going to sit down in the pocket with him and trade with him, which actually going to benefit Topuria, and I actually can see Topuria knocking out Bekzat, guys. Yeah, I can see Topuria knocking him out. I think I might go Topuria by knockout. The wrestling exchanges should be interesting, but I do think Topuria even has some more of an advantage there, but we will see. But I really see Topuria hawking down Bekzat and like landing something big on him. But we'll see how Bekzat tries to wrestle him or how those exchanges go. But I do favor Topuria in this fight fairly comfortably, man. I do think Bekzat's going to be game, but I don't think he's going to be Alexandre Topuria. Topuria's actually really good, guys. Like, bantamweight got to wake up, man. Umar's in this weight class, right? Ooh, Shibale. Guys, keep your eye on Topuria. This is interesting. Him and Umar might meet in the future. It could be a little bit like family reunion thing. If you don't get Islam, Ilya, maybe Topuria, Umar, brother. We'll get Nurmagomedov versus Topuria, not Makhachev versus Topuria. Be careful. Keep your eye on this. I really like Topuria, though. He's like one of the better fighters, in my opinion. And it's funny because Alexandre thinks he's so much better than his brother and vice versa. Like, Topuria's like, if I had to fight my brother, I'd beat him. I like the energy, man. Like, they're very confident over there. So give me Alexandre Topuria beating Bekzat in a fairly comfortable win. All right, next up, Abdulrahman Yakhyaev. I hope I said that right. Versus Rafael Correa. Yeah, Rafael Correa is coming off like 3 back-to-back L's, and then Abdulrahman is coming off like 4 first-round knockouts. He's a Russian prospect. They're in Qatar. I feel like they're giving him Rafael to get his face punched in. So that being said, I don't really know much about Yakhyaev, but I do know he's a very good finisher, and I think he could finish Rafael. If he doesn't, he's probably going to beat him by points, unless he has sus endurance. I don't know. I didn't do too much film work into this. I just watched a little bit of a fight, see how explosive he is, so I decided to go with him. And it's a light heavyweight bout. Power does matter, and he's a very powerful puncher. So give me Abdul for that one. Moving on. Azu Almabayev, he won his last fight, but before that, he was getting eye poke max against Manil Cap versus Alex Perez, who's coming off a Tatsuru Taira loss, was it? I believe it was. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Tatsuru Taira loss. Like, that was a grappler who took him down with ease and finished him with ease, if I'm not mistaken. And I think Almabayev could do the same thing. Yeah. It was Tyra. I feel like I've seen Perez in a little bit, though. Yeah, I think Perez is going to try to keep it standing. Almabayev is going to try to wrestle. I think Almabayev is going to succeed in his wrestling. Tyra was able to control him in the back, I'm pretty sure. This wasn't a leg injury one, was it? I forgot. But I remember he went against Tyra, and Tyra was scoring takedowns. That's what I remember vividly. And I knew Almabayev could wrestle as well. He's not as good as like grappling as Tyra, like submission, but as far as wrestling, he's up there. Maybe even better than Tatsuru Tyra. So give me Azu Almabayev via his wrestling, maybe by points. I think he beats him by points. Moving on, we got Nicholas Dalby versus Sagid Izagakhmaev. Both guys are pretty good. I think Dalby's coming off 2 back-to-back L's. I think his last one was that knockout loss against Rainy Brown. Rainy Brown caught him clean. But Dalby's a dog, and I know Dalby's going to be a dog. From what I've seen about this Saigid guy, he's a really good grappler, as well as the fact he can strike pretty well. So we'll have to see how he looks against Dalby. Dalby's going to be coming forward. He's going to be game. Saigid is going to have the height advantage and the reach advantage. Let's see how Dalby closes that distance. But just coming off that knockout against Rainy Brown, he got floored, you know. Look at that fight. He got face planted bad. So I'm going to take Saigid in this one. I think he's going to get it done against Dalby. He's going to make it look pretty comfortable. You know, when in doubt, go the guy with whose names end in Ev in the Qatar card, because they'll get the robbery even if it is close. Bogdan Grad versus Luke Riley, bro. He's like one of the UK people, like the Paddy Pimblets. Guys, I watched Luke Riley film. He's not good to me. I'm confused on why he's getting so much hype. I know he's 11-0 undefeated England prospect. He's so bad. There's no way he beats Bogdan Grad. Like, I'm not even trying to toot my own horn with this, but after watching footage, dude, Bogdan Grad's putting it on Luke Riley. Luke Riley, like, he's such a hesitant striker. He reminds me of Paddy, just overrated. You know, that's how he reminds me of Paddy. He's overrated, you know. I think Bogdan Grad gets it done pretty comfortably. Grad is like a dog. Like, he's one of those people, he's going to always be in your face, and he's going to mix in the grappling. Luke Riley responds weirdly sometimes when he gets pressured against the fence and takedown shot on him. Too much moving parts for his debut, bro. But giving him Bogdan Grad was not a cookie, bro. You guys could have given him anyone else to ease him into the featherweight, but you're going to give him someone like Bogdan Grad. Grad's going to go in there, he's going to beat him up, and he's going to be Yuri Proshka mess. Grad is like the featherweight Yuri, just weird, awkward, and just unique to himself. He knows when to mix it up, the striking and grappling. He doesn't just strike and grapple, he does both. Niggas say he doesn't just strike and grapple, he does both. He doesn't just strike, he does grapple, and he does do both. You know, Grad's going to be too much for Luke Riley making his debut. I don't know the odds in this. If they're trying to favor the 11-0, rising prospect, whatever, Grad's going to fraud check him. Trust me, quote me on this. Grad is going to run through Luke Riley, beats on him, Dr. Dre, hands on him, lots of bass. When I say lots of bass, I mean lots of bass. Yo, what's up? You know I'm tough. I won't give you $1, but you can hold $1. Moving on. I don't know how Horiguchi's still here, you know. Look at him. And they have him like a fucking 2002 UFC picture, man. Brother, I remember this guy. This guy fight 10 years ago, brother. Come on, my friend. You know, his last fight might have been 10 years ago. I don't know if he's fighting a different promotion outside of that, but, like, I remember him fighting Demetrius Johnson. Look at that record, though. 34 wins, 5 losses. You know, been around. I don't know how old he is, but he's old MMA years. I don't think he's actually, like, he's not even up to his 40s, but, like, for MMA years, he's old. Like, he's just been fighting continuously and constantly. You know, he's going against Tagir Ulanbekov, who I think is pretty mid, but he's very long, very rangy. He's going to fatigue. Maybe Horiguchi gets a late round, like confidence boost and starts landing, but it's not going to be enough early on. Tagir Ulanbekov's going to pull away in the first 2 rounds, maybe even finish him. I'm sure Horiguchi's not going to be as quick as Ulanbekov, who also has some good grappling when he needs to. So I'm going to go Ulanbekov in this fight. Horiguchi's going to be a dog. You know, he's pretty solid, but I don't know how he's still in the card. I just don't know how he's still fighting, man. I think Tagir gets it done, though. All right, Spivac versus Shamil, you know, real deal Shamil, meal deal Shamil. Brother, look at that body, brother. When I say good body, brother, this is cinema, brother. Hairy belly. Like, bro, he need to shave something, bro. Fuck, dude, the chest and the fucking belly hair. Bro got belly. Bro got like vermin's living in his belly button. All right, Spivac's coming off that. Was it against? I feel like it was Jailton Almeida who like knocked him out. He like dropped him with a punch and beat him up. That did not age well. Made Jailton Almeida look good. I was on the Jailton Almeida glaze train even more so after he finished Spivac like that. Shamil has one punch power. He showed that now, you know. He has blob power. He has efficiency. He has slobbering efficiency. Like, he does it in the most nasty, gnarly way possible. Spivac's kind of overrated to me, man. He at first I was like, he could be like, oh, like he's a polar bear, man. He's gonna go in there and beat up everyone. But now I'm kind of off the hype train. He's a big dude, but Shamil's a bigger dude. He's a handsome dude. Shamil looks better than me. You know, he's strong, dude. Shamil's stronger and slobbier. Brother, you're not gonna out-slob Shamil Gaziev in a 3-rounder, man. Give me Shamil by KO or points, man. If Jailton Almeida could put the hands on you, drop you, and hurt you, Shamil could do you worse. Shamil actually has really quick hands, guys. For a heavy guy, he fucking moves like Volkanovski. For a fucking man, he moves like Volcano. He's a huge dude, but I think he actually gets it done. Give me Shamil Gaziev by KO points against Spivac, man. Moving on. This fight actually took some consideration for me. I was actually going back and forth a little bit here. Like, I was teetering and tottering. I was teetering and tottering, man. I was playing with my fingernails, man. I was looking left. I was looking right. Make sure there's no cars before I cross the street. Listen, man. Like, I'll say this. Jack Hermansson beats Oralbai. pretty comfortably, not comfortably, but in a hard win if he never just got slept the way he got slept. He comes back from a little layoff, then gets done like that by Robocop. And I didn't know Robocop was going to knock him out, but he knocked him out pretty bad. He was beating Robocop before the knockout, to be fair, busting up Robocop, but he got caught. I don't know how he's going to react to that knockout. That being said, Oralbai is like giving up some height here. He's going to be 5'10 against Hermansson's 6'1. You know, he's going to be coming forward like he always does. Hermansson's actually pretty good at selecting shots, you know, and he doesn't have the power of Robocop, but he does have veracity, you know. But the thing is, Oralbai is a really good grappler. He's not a better grappler than Jack Hermansson, bro. He's just not. I don't know why these stats are incorrect for fucking Oralbai saying he throws 0.41 landed strikes per minute, just incorrect. But Oralbai is going to come forward, volume max against Jack Hermansson. It won't be enough. I think Jack Hermansson is going to pick his shots better. I really want Oralbai to win. I don't see him winning against Jack Hermansson. The only thing that makes me think Oralbai could win is that he just got knocked out cold, you know, and that was June, I'm pretty sure, dude. This hasn't been that long, bro. This is like 5 months later, bro. Like, wait, not even. Bro, it's like 3 months later. Bro, like, I feel like I just saw you got knocked out cold. Why are you coming back like 3-4 months later against Oralbai? I'm not saying Oralbai hits hard, but it's like, are you doing this for a paycheck? I don't know. But Jack Hermansson, he was doing really good work before he got knocked out cold. So, listen, I don't know, man. Give me Jack Hermansson for this one by points, but let's hope that Jack's chin's still there and his wits are still there. Sometimes fighters start fighting for checks after they get slept like that. I'm hoping he's taking this fight seriously, and if he is, he should be Oralbai. I really hope Oralbai wins and proves me wrong, but Oralbai has resorted to wrestling when shit gets hard. He's not a better grappler than Jack Hermansson, in my opinion, man. I think Jack Hermansson could stop a lot of these takedowns and just make him work, you know. I think if anyone takes, I think Jack Hermansson could even take down Oralbai and control him. He might be stronger as well. So give me Hermansson over Oralbai. Upset, man. I don't know how much people are doing that pick, but I am. Volkan Oezdemir versus Alonzo Menifield. All right, Menifield is coming off a win. Oezdemir is coming off a loss, but I want to put context to it. I actually thought Oezdemir did really good against Carlos Ulberg and was landing a lot of shots. Ulberg just a little bit too tricky to handle, but Oezdemir didn't, like, I didn't look at Oezdemir's loss to Ulberg and like, oh man, he got schooled by him. You know, I didn't think that for a second. I thought Oezdemir looked game, he looked good in there. Alonzo Menifield looks lazy when he gets tired, and I just feel like he's gonna get caught. Give me Oezdemir by KO or points. I think he'd very well KO Alonzo Menifield. Menifield's a big dude, you know, so is Oezdemir. I think Oezdemir gets it done. Oezdemir does know how to grapple if shit hits the fan. Like, his defensive grappling, his clinch works pretty good, and I think his striking is pretty solid. Give me Oezdemir over Menifield. I think it's a pretty fairly easy pick to me. So yeah. All right, next up, for some reason it doesn't show them. Like, I gotta drag it. Dude, what is this? Why is it showing them like this? This is gonna be the weirdest breakdown of the card. All right. Well, maybe it's because they're important. Maybe it's because they're the people's main event. Belal Muhammad versus Ian Machado Garry. Yeah, guys, I've been doing so much thinking when it came to this one. And I've been doing so much film. Let me be real, chat. Watching film and picking it off a technical standpoint, Ian Garry will beat Belal Muhammad, is what I've realized. Like, Belal's striking. I watched the Sean Brady fight back. You know, I watched the Leon Edwards fight back. Such different. Dude, I watched the JDM fight back. You know, chat, Belal fights in a weird way. Like, Belal, the way he fought Leon is literally how I think Belal should fight. He literally ran up to Leon, was hand fighting him, raising his knees, just like disrupting everything, then just get his hands locked and lift him off his feet and slam them. Now, Ian Garry's the lightest active welterweight. Lightest. 180 on fight night. Lightest. Light in the ass. Go get a sandwich for him. You know, that type of light. If Belal gets his hands locked, if Belal gets a high crotch in, Belal will lift this kid off his feet and put him on his back, on his ass, on anything. And he will control him there. He probably will control him there. Here's the thing. Does Belal want to fight to win? Or does Belal want to strike? I don't know. I can't come up with Belal's game plan. And the Sean Brady Morales fight has me scared, because if Belal comes out there and immediately gets on the back foot like Sean Brady did against Morales and stuff, you know, he's not going to beat Ian Garry. Ian Garry's too good. Ian Garry will knock out Belal Muhammad if Belal Muhammad tries to strike with him. Yes, I believe that. He will knock out Belal. You might call me crazy now, but Ian Garry will knock out Belal if Belal tries to strike. You know? Ian's really fast. Ian's really good. I'm like one of those people who are really on the Ian train. Pause, Kenny. On the Ian hype train, you know. The hype train, man. I think he's really good. I don't understand the hate with him. Like, his wife's a little annoying sometimes. But, you know, him as a fighter, he's really good to me. And I think he has what it takes to comfortably beat Belal. Especially if Belal goes in there with a sus game plan. If it's a 5-round fight, it'd be a very different, you know. But it's a 3-round fight, Kenny. And you got to think of it objectively. The first round, Ian Garry will win unless Belal fights smart. You know, Ian Garry has really good movement. He never stays still. Always move and target. There's sometimes he's against the fence and like he hesitates. That's when a takedown can be opened up. But he's 6'3", man. Bilal's gonna be like 5'10". Oh man, hard fight for Bilal, man. Hard fight for Bilal, man. No YouTubers picking Bilal as well, and I don't necessarily disagree with it because I see their mindset behind it. I see it's a very hard pick. It's not an easy pick. This is not like an easy pick for me, man. Like, and I was even like before this video, I'll be real. Yesterday I was saying Bilal. Today I was saying Ian Garry right before this video. And I was like, okay, when I click record and I'm talking about them, I should come to a conclusion. But like, this is I think Sean Brady has taught me something. Fighters game plan switches when they look in the guy's eyes and like stand in front of them. And they're like, okay, maybe it's going to be a little bit harder than I thought to do. And then they start to think. Bilal wasn't thinking against Leon Edwards. Like he wasn't thinking like, oh, he literally walked in front of him, guys, and just like hand fought him and it took a takedown. You know? I think Bilal, this is the problem. I think Bilal needs to be perfect in his game plan to beat Ian Garry. Whereas Ian Garry doesn't necessarily have to be perfect in his game plan to beat Bilal Muhammad. Which is why I'm switching my pick to Ian Garry to beat Bilal Muhammad. I just think it's more likely that it happens. Bilal could prove all of us wrong. But due to Bilal has to fight like Bilal, and the way I seen him in this interview, dude. The interview I saw yesterday literally changed my mind, dude. Like the way he was talking about it, man. You know, and then even Ian Garry's pretty sound in his BJJ, man. Like he's not a twerp that you could just hold down. Man, it's weird saying this, man, but I think Ian Garry could beat Bilal because I don't believe Bilal's gonna fight like he's supposed to for some reason, based on what he's saying. Bilal is a little bit diluted and too confident in striking. Watching him at the Sean Brady fight, he was getting licked up by Brady pretty bad. He just walks into shots, hands down, and Ian Garry can knock out Bilal. Give me Ian Garry by knockout of points. I don't want to spend too much time. I doubted Bilal. This is my first time picking against Bilal in my life, by the way. First time picking against him, so it feels a little bit weird to me, but I am gonna have to do it. Yeah, give me Ian Garry to beat Bilal. Crazy, you know, but it is what it is. When the camera turned on, the mindset switched. The interviews threw me off. I really was saying that before this. Bilal should go in there and just take down Ian and fucking wait. Shavkat was holding him against the fence, you know, for like 3-4 minutes for the get, and it's like Ian Garry wasn't trying to get off the fence with Shavkat. Why was Ian Garry just standing there? Was he scared a little bit? Because even Bilal could just hold him against the fence. Oh, man. I can't do this anymore. Dude, it's just so hard. Dude, Shavkat really was just holding him there, man. And he was just sitting there doing nothing, man. Doing nothing. Dude, I don't know, man. I feel like logic's pointing to Ian Garry, but my heart, man. Fuck, dude. I can't. This is why I can't. If I pick Bilal, I feel like I'm picking it off of like my heart. Like I really believe though, Bilal fighting like Bilal should be. Gary's the thing. There's no way Bilal fights like Bilal and loses though. You know, like if he fights with the perfect game plan. But he had a perfect game plan. But is he gonna have a perfect game plan? I can't trust fighters having a perfect game plan. But I will. Give me Bilal Muhammad. Yeah, remember the name. Bilal will go in there and he's not gonna dilly dally. Ian Garry's so good, though, but he's going to go in there and wrestle him, man. Fuck. Yeah, give me Bilal. I don't give a damn anymore, bro. Give me Bilal. Give me Bilal. Give me, hitting the patty. Hey, give me Bilal. Yeah, baby, yeah. I'm going Bilal, bro, and I'm not going to second guess myself. I'm trusting my gut. My gut told me Bilal was going to school him because I believe, like when this fight was first announced, and I'm going to trust my gut. My gut knows something. I can't let the interviews confuse me. I can't let I think Bilal's going to beat him. Give me Bilal. Moving on before I change my mind. Let's go to the main event quickly before I rethink about this. All right, main event in the evening. Let's adjust the camera back how it used to be. All right, main event in the evening, guys. Tsarukyan versus Dahuka, my friend. Dahuka, my friend. Listen, man. I'm still thinking about the co-main event. But listen, man. Tsarukyan, Dan Hooker. Armin being 5'7", Dan Hooker being 6 feet. Something people got to talk about, you know, but they don't like talking about truth, do they? I think Dan Hooker's going to fucking sleep absolutely nobody. Guys, give me Armin Tsarukyan. I think Armin Tsarukyan is just a better striker. I think Armin better wrestler. I think Armin better physique. I think maybe look better. Depend on day. Maybe if I woman, I let Armin. Okay, let me stop. Nah, jokes, man. I think Dan Hooker is going to come up with a solid game plan. He's going to low kick Armin a lot. Armin's going to use his own kicks to disrupt the rhythm of Dan Hooker as well. I think Armin actually has a more diverse kicking game. I haven't seen Armin in there for a long time, guys. Ring rust might be a real thing. you know, Hooker didn't do as good as people think he did against Gamrot. He definitely lost the Gamrot, but he did enough to disrupt the rhythm of Gamrot. And Gamrot's a really good open mat wrestler, you know. Like, look what Gamrot did to Klein, you know. A lot of it. So, yeah, dude. Armin is not going to be as easy as Armin thinks, I think, to, like, just get a takedown on Dan Hooker. But Armin is a fucking workhorse, man. He's strong, and he mixes up. I feel like Gamrot doesn't really have that striking threat that Armin Tsarukyan has. Armin's striking, that's pretty sound. Armin's, I think, the only guy to beat Ilia Topuria in this division. That being said, he's going against someone who's not quite Ilia, but very long, different weapons to his disposal. Really good body kick on Dan Hooker. He has a really good body kick. Armin can maybe time that, catch a leg, take him down. I think the head kicks on Armin is going to be problematic, as well as the takedown attempts. Armin could just do a really good job giving Dan Hooker a lot of parts to worry about. And unlike Islam, like, they're a little bit different in their grappling. Like, Islam chases chokes. When Armin gets Dan Hooker down, he's going to look to open up his face and land some big shots. That's what Armin does the best. His ground and pound is just vicious. Might have the best ground and pound in lightweight actually right now. So I think Armin's gonna take down Dan Hooker after outstriking him a little bit, change his face, maybe make him verbally tap. I don't think he's gonna make him verbally tap. It might go the distance, man. Honestly, Dan Hooker's a fucking workhorse, but I think he did go the distance or Armin by like third round finish. I think he's going to finish him via ground and pound or hurt him on the feet and finish him with some follow-ups. Hooker's a dog, and I know he's going to be a dog. He's finally healed up after surgeries and stuff. You know, has a little bit more tattoos this time around. But I think he's not going to be enough to beat Armin Tsarukyan. So give me Armin Tsarukyan to beat Dan Hooker to wrap up the card, guys. And yeah, these are my full card predictions, man. I don't really like betting anymore, but let me give you guys a parlay. Armin Tsarukyan winning. And Alexandre Topuria. Put $5,000 on that, and if you make the money, give me about 10K of your earnings. All right, guys, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed. God bless. 2, 3, 4.